Here we have an iPhone 6 that came in with a broken battery connector. Customer tried to change the screen on this, and when she pried the battery out, she ended up breaking the battery connector on the phone. Let me show you what I mean. If you look, the battery connector is broken in half. There should be another piece right over here. So this whole thing should be one connector. And now the phone is not working because the battery connector is broken. What we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this connector from a salvaged board that we have, which is this one here. And we're gonna put it back on this phone. I do not have a connector in stock, and I do not want the customer to wait a few days until we get a connector. So we're gonna extract the connector off from a donor board. Let's see how that is done. Take this out of the way. I already took out the battery from the customer's phone because we do not want to burn the battery. I took off the loudspeaker so we do not cause any damage to it. We did not take the board out of the casing. We do not have to. Okay, that's it. And we just removed the connector from the donor board, and now we're gonna put it back on the customer's board. Okay, so the connector is soldered in place. Let's clean up and we'll try it out. Very solid, very good. So all we have to do is try the customer's battery and screen. We do not know if the customer's battery is charged or not, but we're gonna try it anyway. And this is the customer's screen. And we're gonna plug the battery in. Let's see. And nothing came on the screen. It's probably that the customer's battery is dead. Let me grab one of our batteries. Okay, nothing came on. We're gonna try another battery and then we're gonna see if the phone is accepting a charge. Okay, so we're gonna get our amp meter. Yeah, the phone is charging at 0.93. There may be something wrong with the screen or something else going on with the phone. I'm gonna go ahead and try our screen and see if we get anything on there. And the phone is charging, so the battery connector is installed properly. Let's try to remove the battery while the phone is plugged so we can monitor and see if this number changes. You see, I disconnected the battery and amperage went down to 0. We plugged the battery back in. So the battery is plugged back in and now it's charging at 0.96. So we know that the battery connector is working. Nothing is appearing on the screen. That's a separate issue. This phone came in here for battery connector replacement. What I'm going to do is try our screen and see if the customer has a screen issue. So we're gonna disconnect the battery. And then let's put our screen on. Battery in, and let's see. Actually, let me try to power it on like this. Nothing is coming on. The phone is charging, but nothing is coming on the screen. That's the thing, customers never tell you what's going on with the phone. They think maybe when they tell you to change the battery connector, you're going to fix other issues with the phone as well. That's not the case. We're going to tell the customer their phone does not power on. And if we want to proceed further to figure out what's going on, we're going to charge the customer extra. And right, look at this. I do see a backlight on the phone, but no image. We do see a backlight, but no image. Let me quickly take a look under the FPC connector to see if customer caused any damage there. It's very common when you pry the screen off the FPC connector, you end up ripping some components off from under the FPC connector. Look at that. Already figured out what the problem is. Look at that. Look at this pin. Totally damaged. So we're going to tell the customer that they have a problem or an issue with the FPC connector, and this phone needs a new FPC connector. Right now the phone is charging, everything is good, but customer also caused damage to the FPC connector. I mean, I do not understand why customers take on such a job if they have not done this before. If this is your first time, do not practice with a good working phone, practice with a salvaged phone, because you can easily damage stuff on the phone. Now the customer comes in here and they're very concerned, they want their information back, and they're gonna spend a lot of money to get those fixed. Okay, there's no way we can straighten, it's broken. This pin is broken and no way we can straighten that out. We're not going to do anything unless we call the customer. We're going to let her know that the phone also needs a new FPC connector. That's another $100 the customer has to pay. And that's just a small warning to anybody that has not done this before. Do not practice with a good working phone, because chances are you're going to damage it. So that's it for this video. We're going to go ahead and call the customer and let her know that she needs a new FPC connector replacement. If the customer agrees, then we're going to go ahead and do it on video. From now until then, go ahead and like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.